Our topic today is your mind is under attack. Here's how to renew it. If you've been feeling mentally exhausted, overwhelmed, or constantly battling negative thoughts, this isn't random. Your mind is under attack. But the good news is God has already given you the tools to renew it. So stay with me. This could change how you fight your thoughts. This isn't just being about being tired. Your mind is under attack. In this video, we're not just going to point fingers at the invisible forces draining your energy. We're going to give you a battle plan to build your defenses and renew your mind step by step. So, step 1, identifying the enemy. First, rule out any fight. Know your enemy. This assault on your mind isn't one big thing. It's a coordinated attack from different forces that are entangled up in modern life. Picture your mental energy as a battery. These forces are the apps running in the background, constantly draining power until you hit zero. The first attacker is digital overload. The average person spends nearly 7 hours a day staring at a screen. For teens and young adults, this can climb to over 9 hours. But it's not just the time, it's the sheer volume. Depending on the study, the average person checks their phone anywhere from 96 to over 180 times a day. Every single buzz, plunk, or notification is a tiny interruption that yanks you out of present moment. Research links this foremost of information to a rise of anxiety, depression, and symptoms of manic ADHD. This real negative burden have started calling popcorn brain or brain rot. That's that feeling of having mental fog, where your attention span evaporates, your memory gets very fuzzy, and deep thinking feels impossible. The second attacker is chronic stress. It's usually triggered by the one by the first one. When your phone buzzes, your brain doesn't know if it's a cute cat video or crisis alert to treat each notification like it's urgent, pumping out a little bit of cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. This keeps you in low state, constant state of fight or flight, and makes it worse with the habit of many of us having doom scrolling. That's when you get stuck in an endless loop of scrolling through negative news and unsettling content. Studies have found that there's a direct link between doom scrolling and spikes in anxiety and despair, and even any kind of second-hand trauma. You start to feel very hopeless, like the weight of the world's problem is sitting right on your shoulder. The third attacker is the army of negative thoughts. That's the other two help that the other two help to create. When you are constantly bombarded with highlights of rates of other people's lives on social media, it's almost impossible not to fall into a comparison trap. And this can lead to stress, low esteem, and loneliness, with specific numbers varied. Why specific numbers may vary, research consistently shows that the heavy social media use is linked to higher rates of depression and anxiety symptoms. This digital world breeds a fear of missing out, which is tied directly to social media addiction. Your mind is your own mind, exhausted and overstimulated, becomes the perfect breeding ground for self-doubt and criticism. These three attackers are a team. Digital overload creates stress, and stress makes you think negatively, and those negative thoughts send you right back to your phone for a quick distraction, and the cycle starts all over again. But here's the truth that can change everything. You have the power you have the power to break this cycle. Step 2, the turning point. It's not easy to hear all this and feel like a victim. It's very easy to hear all this and still feel like a victim. But what if we flip this script? What if instead of being a casualty, you become the architect of your own mental peace? What if you could build a fortress around your mind and that lets in what you choose and keeps out the rest. This is the whole point of renewing your mind. It's not magic button. It's an active process of reclaiming your attention, your energy, and your focus. It's all about making small, deliberate choices every single day. Over time, led to a massive transformation. This isn't just another chore for your to-do list. It's a radical act of self-respect. So let's stop talking about the problem and start building the solution. I'm going to give you three, three-step blueprint. Think of these as the pillars of your new mental fortress. Step 3, the renewal blueprint. The renewal blueprint. The step 1 for the renewal blueprint is digital detox. Our first line of defense is cutting down the noise. That doesn't mean you have to throw your phone into a river. It's about common sense boundaries. A digital detox can lead to a huge boost in mental health, better sleep, and a way less anxiety. The first strategy for digital detox is declare digital curfews. The blue light from our screens is a trickster. It tells your brain it's still daytime, which messes the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time for sleep. So here's a simple rule to try. No screens for at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Pick up a real book, listen to some chill music, do some stretches. That little window of screen-free time can radically improve the quality of your sleep. Second strategy, call your notifications. Every notification, no matter how small, hijacks your attention and triggers your stress hormone release. You are literally being pulled out of your life to serve the agenda of an app. So go into your phone setting right after this video. Turn off every non-essential notifications. Be ruthless. Do you really need to know that a distance cousin like a photo of your lunch? Silencing these interruptions is one of the fastest way to get you back on track. Finally, practice the 20-20 rule. The 20-20-20 rule. This is simple. For every 20 minutes you're looking at a screen, take a 20-second break to look at something 20 feet away. This tiny habit reduces digital eye strain and gives your brain a much needed micro break, stopping the slow burn of mental fatigue. Step 2 of the renewal blueprint is master single tasking. Our culture acts like multitasking is a superpower, but neuroscience tells us a completely different story. Our brains are not built for it. When we think we are multitasking, we are actually task switching, just bouncing our attention back and forth really fast. It's incredibly insufficient and drains your mental battery. Research shows that task switching can eat up as much as 40% of your productive time. So your next defense is to embrace the forgotten act of single tasking. I challenge you to try this. For the next hour you work, pick one task, just one. Close all the other tabs. Put your phone in another room or turn it off completely. Dive into that one activity. When you feel the itch to switch, just gently guide your focus back. You'll be amazed how much you get done and how much calmer you feel. Chronic multitasking can actually damage your brain's ability to concentrate over time. By practicing single tasking, you're literally restraining your brain for focus, returning your brain for focus. Another powerful tool is rescheduling. Do nothing time. This sounds crazy. I know it's essential. First, find 5 minutes in your day to just sit without any input. No phone, no music, no podcast. Just be. Look out the window. Watch the clouds. Notice your breath. In a world that demands 100% of your engagement, choosing to be still is a revolutionary act of mental renewal. It lets your mind breathe, process, and rest. Finally, prioritize offline replenishment. Intentionally schedule activities that don't involve screen. Take a walk, have a real face-to-face conversation, read a physical book. These activities do more than just rest your eyes. They nourish your brain and deepen your connection with the real world. Step 3, intentional consumption. The final may be the most powerful step in building your fortress to becoming the gatekeeper of your own mind. This is about shifting from being passive consumer to an active creator. Start by going on an information diet. You're careful about the food you put in your body, right? It's time to be just to be careful about the information you put in your mind. Take a hard look at your social media feeds. What do you follow? How does their content really make you feel? Unfollow or mute any account that consistently makes you feel anxious, jealous, or less than. Make conscious choice to follow people and pages that inspires you, teach you something, or just make you laugh. This is your direct counter attack against down scrolling and comparison game. Next, you need to learn to challenge negative thoughts. Your mind will be intruders. Your mind will have intruders like self-doubt, worry, and criticism. This trick is not to let them move in. When you catch a negative thought, don't accept it as a fact. Get curious. Ask, is this thought 100% true, and is it helping me fight now? Most of the time it's just shining a light on the thought. Shining a light on the thought is enough to shrink it. You don't have to fight it. You just have to see it for what it is, a fleeting thought, and let it go. This is a core practice of negative behavioral therapy, and it's a skill you can build with practice. Keep listening. Now we're going to talk about the takeaway from this message. The takeaway here is, number one, the battle is happening in your mind before it shows up in your life. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Number two, not every thought you have deserves your agreement. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Number three, renewal is daily, not a one-time moment. Romans chapter 12 verse 2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Number four, what you consume will eventually control you. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33, bad company corrupts good character. Number five, God's word is the ultimate filter of your thoughts. Psalms chapter 119 verse 105, your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path. Number six, peace is the result of alignment, not perfect circumstance. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3, you will keep in perfect peace those whose mind are steadfast because they trust in you. Number seven, spiritual growth requires intentional boundaries. Romans chapter 13 verse 14, do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh. Number eight, prayer isn't just communication, it's warfare. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 18 says, and pray in the spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. Number nine, consistency beats intensity when it comes to renewal. Luke chapter 16 verse 10, whoever can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much. Number 10, a renewed mind leads to a transformed life. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17, if any man be in Christ, the new creature, the old has gone, the new is come. So let us conclude here. Look, this isn't a magic wand. It's a practice. But day by day, you start to feel a shift. You start waking up with a mental energy, feeling rested instead of already behind. You will find yourself dropping into a state of flow at work where hours fly by and you feel both productive and satisfied. You get to the end of the day with gas off in the tank, energy to be present with people you love, to enjoy your hobbies, to just be. That constant low level buzz of anxiety will start to quiet down, replaced by a sense of calm confidence. You will start to feel less pinball of being knocked down around by digital world, and more likely to be steady, centered captain of your own ship. This is what it feels like to have a renewed mind, a mind that is a sanctuary, not a war zone. This can feel like a lot, and trying to do it all at once is the recipe for failure. Real change starts with one small, manageable step. So I invite you to choose just one strategy we talked about today. That's it, just one. Maybe it's turning off your notifications. Maybe it's trying the 20-20-20 rule, or maybe it's just putting your phone away for at least for the last 30 minutes of your day, starting tonight. Commit to one thing for the next 24 hours, then come back and share which strategy you choose in the comments below. Seeing what everyone else is committed to is incredibly powerful. Let's take this that first step together. God bless you.